Yo, what's up? Bob here. Around 5:40-ish, 42 degrees outside, rolling a rather Spartan record store day rig, couple canvas bags, winter hat, camera. About to roll up on the first spot that I'm going to, and we're gonna see if there are any people here already. All right, let's do it. I'm here. It appears that I'm first. Black Friday. Just hit the first spot. They had a very small box of stuff. 2 hours waiting in line, and I got just a couple records. I'm gonna go to the next spot and hope that I do much better. It's cold as balls out here, and whew, that wait outside really took it out of me right there. So I'm going to try to get over to Guest Room Records here. They usually have a giant stock, but usually also have a giant line. So hopefully I'm early enough to where it won't be so bad. Just got back from the second shop. Did much better. Surprisingly, a lot of the shops didn't get a whole lot of things. So I'm gonna go to the third shop. That was not in the original plan. I was gonna hit 2 spots, and I thought I would pretty much have everything I wanted. But to be perfectly honest, they did not. They just didn't have everything that I wanted. So I'm gonna try to hit this third spot, maybe a fourth, maybe a fifth. Who knows? I'm determined at this point to get at least some of the records I wanted. Who knows? I may come up snake eyes. It's hard to say. Yo, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to Vinyl Finds on the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. This is number 58. That's right, folks, number 58. Today is Record Store Day, Black Friday, and it just wrapped up for me, basically. I went pretty hard this year. I was up at 4 a.m. I was at the first location at 5:30. It was cold outside, mid-40s, and after you're there for 2.5 hours, your toes start to get a bit numb. But I had some cool people around me. We had some spirited conversation, and we pushed through. That said, right before the shop opened, I was looking through the glass door trying to see where they were putting the records so I could get an idea of which way to go when I went in. And I noticed that they only had 2 very small boxes of records, and I was like, no, crap. I couldn't leave because I'd already been there for such a long time and all that, and I was first in line. So anyway, 8 o'clock came, the doors opened, and we pushed on through. We went inside, and as I rounded the first table, I saw this. Boom. Pearl Jam's MTV Unplugged. Now, I remember when this was, I remember when I saw this on TV, and if my recollection serves me right, it was pretty good. And I knew it was coming out this year. It wasn't like on the top of my list, but I thought if I see it and it's cheap, I'll get it. And it was there and it was cheap and I got it. And it's Record Store Day exclusive. They press like 12,000 of these, so if you want one, you'll get it. Don't pay extra money for it on eBay or anything like that. It's essentially the 10 record from top to bottom. And, you know, it's good. Pearl Jam, great band. You know, Record Store Day ambassadors. So I'm glad to have that. That's cool. That's cool. I also picked up this there. Boom. Joe Satriani's Surfing with the Alien. This is Satch's first record. And this is cool. It's a 2 LP set. The first LP is just the record. And then the second LP is the record with no guitar. In case you want to jam along with the record. Like you're going to play what Satriani played. Good luck with that, guys. You know, I'm sure there's probably like a 5-year-old kid out there that'll play the record note for note, you know, front to back, but that's not what I'm going to do. I haven't opened this yet because I got a buddy who wanted this pretty bad, and I'm going to offer it to him for $25.99, and if he wants it, I'll give it to him, and if he doesn't, then I'll open it and see what this cool colored vinyl looks like. So, Satriani Surfing with the Alien. Yeah. Pretty stoked on that, you know. It's cool. It's very cool. So, as I was leaving, I saw that Fish record, and I was like, it's $50, and I'm a pretty casual Fish fan, I would say. So, I decided I would leave it. And coincidentally, it was the only copy I saw all day. But right as I was about to hit the door, I saw a guy holding it, and we had a brief conversation, and you know, I told him the record was The Story of the Ghost, which I think is a great record and a cool song, and it seemed like he really wanted the record, and he was really happy that he got it, and he was a nice guy, and I was really glad that I didn't just get it just for the sake of getting another record on Record Store Day or whatever. So I split from the comic book shop. I jumped in the car and boogied on down to Guest Room Records, which is a great record store here in town. And they really do Record Store Day right. They got donuts and drinks and everything for free. And they always have a huge inventory on Record Store Day. Except for this year. This year, they had a lot of stuff, but they didn't have any of the jazz stuff that I wanted. I wanted the Bill Evans and the Miles Davis Early Minor. And they had the Miles live in Tokyo. I wasn't really that interested in that for whatever reason. But they did have some cool stuff there. And this is what I got. I got this Larry Mullins plus Mike Watt. This is a tribute to the Stooges, 1969, parts 1 and 2. And, you know, it's Mike Watt jamming in Kano and some fuzz bass, you know. And I can't wait to hear this. It's just on regular black vinyl. I have opened it, but there's not much here to see. It's just a white label. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this is pretty limited, though. Yeah, 1,500. So, yeah, Mike Watt, Larry Mullins. They also had this, boom, the JBs. This is an audition Bootsy and Catfish and the guys gave to James Brown, and it got him in the band. A lot of people didn't think this recording actually existed, and this hype sticker right here says, here it is, a rumor no more. So, I don't know if there's any truth to that or if it's just hype, but it's cool to think about, and this is a pretty funky record. I've already opened it and listened to it from you know, front to back, and it's really good. There's some cover tunes on it. They play Jimi Hendrix's Power of Soul, or Band of Gypsies, if you will. And they also do a Beatles tune. They do something on here. There's some really meter sounding stuff. I mean, this is pretty funky. I'm super glad I got this. It says it's a James Brown production on Universal Music under this little Now Again label. Pretty cool. I'm stoked on that. This was not expensive, and probably, maybe, so far, my favorite thing that I've gotten. So, but speaking of funk, I never plan to get any of these, and I get them all the time. Jazz Dispensary, Defunct Blend, Doyle Davis from Grimey's Music in Nashville picked the songs for this little comp here. It's on this super psychedelic artwork. It's green marble vinyl. It is really cool. Awesome hype sticker here. Like I said, I never think I'm going to buy these Jazz Dispensary records, and then I do. Here's a Purple Funk 2 from last year. And if you're not into funky stuff, but you want to be, this is a great place to start. You know, these Jazz Dispensary records are really nicely curated collections of songs that you will like. So, really stoked on that. Guest Room Records also had this. Bam! Dr. John, Babylon. This was on my list. Thank God. This was one of the main titles that I wanted. There was only two that I had to have, and this was one of them. It is on this cool splatter vinyl. Reminds me of this record. Boom, Promise. Also on a kind of a splatter confetti vinyl, if you will. Very, very cool. But yeah, this Dr. John is dope. Super psyched about that. There was plenty of copies of this in all the record stores that I went to, except for the first one. So if you want it, you shouldn't have a problem getting it. And it is cool. It is super cool. The vinyl god's taking care of me there, because I was getting really worried for a second that I wasn't going to get that. The other title that I wanted was Bill Evans at the top of the gate. Boom. Yeah, I got it. $50. Mastered by Bernie Grundman. Pressed by RTI. 4,000 hand numbered copies. Mine is number 462. Yeah, right here. And, you know, it's on high quality 180 gram vinyl. And premium 180 gram. So, yeah, super stoked about it. I can't wait to listen to this. It comes in this kind of big resealable pouch, and it's just black vinyl. So I was really glad about that. So I got the two records that I really, really wanted. I got the Dr. John, I got the Bill Evans. So Record Store Day, Black Friday, huge success for me at this point. And then I found this. Colonel Les Claypool's Fearless Flying Frog Brigade. That's a mouthful right there. Yeah. Les Claypool from Promise. Just showed that Promise record. This is a live show. All three sets on 3 LPs. The middle set is the Animals record in its entirety. The Pink Floyd Animals record. And they cover Shine On here. I think that's on album 1. So, I mean, it's all in this translucent green. You know, I didn't think I was going to be able to get this. I thought people would buy it all up. But I ran to another shop, and they just happened to have this. So, which is also where I got the Bill Evans. From a place called Underground Sounds. And they had the early minor, the Miles Davis record there, but It's only like 4 songs on it, man. It's $20. And to be perfectly honest, I'm pretty tapped out at this point. These 7 records right here, you know, if these were used records, the stack would be like this big. I mean, you could get 7 used records for $20. This is probably 10 times that cost. So, a record store day, it's expensive. It's expensive. And, you know, it's cool stuff, limited stuff, you know, quality pressings, and, you know, I think a lot of care is taken sometimes with it. But, you know, it is very expensive, and you know, I probably could have taken that money and bought used records for the next month and a half. So, you know, there is some weighing that you have to do before you go out and just go crazy on record store day. But it's fun for me, and you know, you only live once, and you know, I like to listen to cool records, so. It is what it is. I got some cool stuff coming up on the channel. I'm going to be doing my state of the system, which will be a total rundown of my current hi-fi stereo system. Please watch that. It should be pretty interesting, I would say. And, you know, I got some more finds videos coming, and no telling what else. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment down below. Check out the Condors in the System, music from the Eagle Nebula. It's available on all platforms and on Bandcamp. I will link it at the end of the video. That's the music from the band that I play with. So, yeah, until we meet again, happy Record Store Day, Black Friday. Bob out.